Dear Mario, after all of the hype and all of the praise after your verses, you decided to link and do a song with an abuser? No. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What is going on, you all? I had no plans of addressing this whole story or anything until recently, and I just was. Let me tell you something. If there's one thing that black people go to, the moment that you praise them and give them something, the more they show they ass. I mean, the literal same happened with DaBaby. A lot of folks were loving DaBaby when he first came out. They was loving his energy, his stuff. Then he just showed who he was. He showed his true colors, and then people fell back. I don't think anybody ever really liked Tory Lanez like that to begin with. So Mario said that he had a Monday Mario special, something to drop. It's Monday, July the 11th, 2022. Mario drops that he has a song that he's doing with Tory Lanez. AKA Tory Lanez. If you get it, you get it. So I'm like, a lot of us is looking like, out of all the people, somebody said Bryson Tiller wasn't available, Brent Fayez wasn't available. Like, girl, Tory Lanez is the best that you can do. And I'm gonna explain why I think he went with Tory Lanez. I'm not, let me tell you something. Men never cease to surprise me. I wasn't really expecting Mario to drop no music or anything. I wasn't really expecting him to do anything but do like a couple of club gigs, probably do a little small tour or something very small. But to drop this song, like, hey, I got some music cooking for y'all, and then it's with Tory Lanez, just didn't make any sense considering all of the people who were supporting you and loving your music and was giving you congratulations and stuff on social media were people who have a better politic when it comes to supporting abusers. Like the folks who want to spend money on you are folks who are actively saying, hey, I'm not listening to R. Kelly. Hey, I'm not following this person, not supporting them for said things. And what you do is you take the small amount of social capital that you've gained from this trash verses that were really grading you on a curve. You take this small amount and you bet on it. It wasn't even a good bet because if you play your cards right. Back in August of 2020, you tweeted this. This Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation got me in awe. Sad AF. Knowing Tory, personally, this shit crazy to me. Black men, we gotta learn how to control our ego, anger, etc. At some point, the switch gotta turn off. Protect black women, heal black men, and love and respect each other. This is what he tweeted in 2020. This is almost 2 years ago. And to come around and do a song with him, a song that's not going to get on the charts, that's not going to get much play, that's probably going to be played by a couple of folks who are like, oh my God, I believe Tory Lanez, I believe Tory Lanez, who are probably not going to come out and support you in any way that's going to like take you off to make sure that you are consistently getting a check from your actual talent. It's just like you played yourself. You played yourself with this whole situation, and I just really don't get what are you getting out of this. I don't get it, but you know what? Now I do now I'm thinking about it. Like Mario was not thinking, probably thinking the situation with Tory Lanez has died down, and Tory Lanez is doing this thing where he's attaching himself to people who kind of need him. So Tory Lanez does this thing where he attaches himself to artists who are really just hungry for some attention and probably has the potential to get more views. Like you get more bang for your buck paying for a Tory Lanez, because Tory Lanez probably is not charging much for a feature. He's probably not. He's just ready to do some work and ready to be in front of eyes to continuously to make him feel like everything is good and everything is not good. A lot of folks don't want to work with you, and the people who are working with you are desperate. So this gave me very, very desperate. Like I didn't have no choice, Like this is kind of like a business move, and it wasn't a smart business move. So now Mario has done a Instagram live, and I'm not going to be able to play all of it because he's probably still on live talking. But this is what he said so far.
As an independent artist doing his thing, it's a lot of artists that don't work as hard as he do. So, regardless of whatever, the music is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all feel about that though? Like, y'all gotta it's like you still listen to music regardless of what's going on in the world, like things you don't know about. Like the music is what you love people for, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're gonna keep the energy positive. If y'all the music, but if you don't, we're just gonna keep creating, you know what I'm saying? And vibing out. Yeah, that's it.
So Mario and his spray on hairline and spray on fade basically is doubling down and just like, hey, you know, this is music, and sometimes you listen to folks and you don't know the whole situation, da 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 da. But we know the whole situation. We've been following the story for 2 years now, and we also have seen how Tory Lanez has moved recently. We saw how Tory Lanez has, you know, antagonized Megan Thee Stallion consistently with new music he's putting out, and you know, songs and shots on Twitter and all the other stuff. So much to the point that the justice system, a judge had to like tell him to stop talking about it, because it was getting that bad. It was honestly helpful for him to shut up, because it wasn't making him look good. So Mario now in his spray on line and spray on wig is now trying to say it's about the music, it's about the artist, and this is an artist that's independent. Girl, we don't care. We don't care. This is someone who's been antagonizing black women, been doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Like, he's been antagonizing this black woman. Granted, all of the things and how Tory Lanez has moved recently with Megan Thee Stallion, it makes me believe even more that he has done the things, because if I had done this on accident or any of that, I wouldn't have been acting like Tory Lanez is acting right now. I wouldn't have been doing all that. It would have took no judge for me to shut up. Let this black woman tell her story, let it come out, and then gradually, like, the truth comes out, because the truth does come out. But Tory Lanez is not interested in that, because he is an abuser. The way he was mentally abusing Megan Thee Stallion is enough for me not to be interested in any project or anything. Mario, let's be completely honest, bro. A lot of us probably were not going to listen to this song. Like, even though you got a nice amount of like attention and stuff from this, like, people are very fickle. People are very like finicky. They are like, oh, they'll talk mess online. They'll say, oh, support. But then when it comes to buying, they're not. So the small amount of people who were going to actively probably support and probably listen to the folks like, hey girl, I went to Mario's thing. I know you probably heard about it because you don't care about him, but it was actually pretty good. Maybe those girls were like, hey, you know what? I heard from a friend of a friend that that thing is a 10 out of 10. Come on, Doja, we ain't talking about her right now because she on some other stuff. But I would have said, hey girl, you know what? I heard Mario, you know, was doing a concert down the street at the Save-A-Lot and was charging $5 and giving away strawberries and stuff, wilted strawberries, for you to see him perform live in the parking lot. So now, I don't even want to do that. I don't want the strawberries. I don't want to even spend $5 because you're doing a song with somebody who's been trashed for the last 2 years to this black woman. So how are you going from protect black women, heal black men, to now you are working with this man and also you're protecting him? So all the things that you were saying 2 years ago, it's not even a politic that you're holding in 2022, my sis. It's not making sense. It's clicking, but it's clicking now. And I just want you to figure it out. So, you know, you can, y'all fuck the music, y'all don't fuck the music, da da da. Girl, no, we're not fucking with the music. It's not. So you could have played this the long term, because what's now going to happen is the folks, the small amount of folks, the significant amount of black folks who are interested in supporting abusers and not believing black women are going to run and support you because they are angry at Megan Thee Stallion. They got their own issues to work out. But let me tell you something, they're not going to support you long. They're not, because it's not in your creativity, your artistry. It's in them getting back at Megan Thee Stallion and supporting Tory Lanez. But they're not going to be following you long term. The folks who have a good politic around this will be the folks that you should have been interested in the long term wise. But some of y'all are so stupid that y'all want to grab the quick stuff. There's no way that I'm sitting, like, I don't see how who are you surrounding yourself with? Because my friends would have told me no. And this is what be getting me. Who are y'all friends? You don't have PR, you're an independent artist, you probably don't have the resources as like the other folks. But you would have been at least smart enough to talk to your friends, and your friends should have told you, like, hey girl, I wouldn't do no song with Tory Lanez because I don't think that would be good right now. Even for folks who didn't believe either one or whatever, I would have just told you like, hey girl, it's not giving. But you played the game, and now you gon' cash out with nothing. This is my thoughts on the whole thing, girl. I just like y'all really take what we give y'all and y'all just run with it and destroy it. And it's really, really sad, to be honest. I hate this for Mario. You know, all I can offer him is a wet hot towel to wipe that trash ass black paint off his head.